Are dates important? Hello and welcome. So, today is my survival day. Well, more specifically, my 16th survival day. And you're like, huh? What? Okay, first of all, my name is Talar. Welcome. And what do I mean by it's my survival day? So, on this day at around 6 p.m., 16 years ago, I was hit by a car. Like, I don't believe you. I'm probably going to post another video of my recovery over the years so that you have something to compare the before and after to, and you understand what I mean when I say I was hit by a car. Because it was a moving vehicle, okay? And it was a big accident. So big that when I got to the hospital, the doctors decided to put me in an induced coma for 2.5 months. Like, literally, I was knocked out with drugs for 2.5 months. It was bad, okay? And the reason why I want to talk about all this is because I was not put back on this planet by God. Okay, I'm a believer. To do nothing about the fact that I'm back here and that I look like nothing ever happened. I mean, if I didn't tell you I was hospitalized or that I had been hit by a car, you would not believe me until I show you my scars and I'm like, yeah, well, the first. And it doesn't really look like a scar. It kind of looks like a skin discoloration. But the first one is this one. This is my tracheotomy scar. So this is where I was intubated. I have many others, but you can't see. Well, the other one is that my clavicle is broken. Right? But that could be, that was related to the accident. So, if you want a full rundown of my injuries, okay, so I broke both my tibias, my hip was broken, my right clavicle was broken, and I broke, and my skull had been shattered on the lower left-hand side. If that's the right terminology to use, but anyway, I had the biggest hit that I got on my head was here. So, I mean, and I've got tons of needle marks where they tried to put in the IV and stuff, and when they tried to take some blood, Anyway, so I have many others, but that's for another day. Now, the reason why I'm talking about this is because it happened today, right? Okay, so the first idea that I was trying to get to put out there is that first, age is just a number, okay? I am currently simultaneously 35 and 16. Who in their right mind can say those two things? Not a lot, but if you flip the switch on what you're currently going through, everything can be positively seen. Okay? And if you do that, that could have a very big, it's definitely going to impact you beneficially. Well, because a lot of people start getting into the, oh, woe is me vibe, and no, what can I do? Oh my God, no, my life is over. Your life is not over, okay? Every chance you get is a chance to start all over again. Every single day, it's a chance to start over again. It's your choice to not start over again, but it is also your choice to start over again if you so choose. So, you just need to make that decision. Do you want to start from scratch, or do you want to start from where you were with the same mentality? Because really all you need is just a a change in your mentality. Okay, I'm real talk, if I can say that. But really, the thing was, I was going down a specific path before my accident, and the way I look at it is that after my accident, because I had reverted back to the mental age of a 3-year-old, because that's what happened after my coma. Once I woke up, I noticed that I could no longer talk, walk, eat, sit up. Like I didn't have the muscle capacity to do so. So I literally had to relearn everything, all of it, right? And not just like the physical stuff, but the social stuff as well. And the social cues, and how do you interact with people, how do you do this, that, and the other. Even memory stuff, I had to relearn everything. Okay, that's why you go to therapy after a big accident like this. And the thing is that because of the way I looked at it, because I was like, okay, because I remember when I woke up from the coma and my parents told me that I had been in a car accident, I was like, okay, so this is my new hurdle. I my the next thing that I have to work on is getting better from this. Okay, let's go. Where did I start? Right? So that was it. And that is the frame of mind I was in, and that is basically the frame of mind everybody should be in when they come against the big hurdle. And that's just uh, that's just the easiest way to get over something. But if you keep yourself stuck in the, oh, woe is me, why did this happen, no, 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 if you do that, then I am sorry to say that is what's going to happen. You are going to perpetuate the woe is me, the I am here, I can get out of this situation. There are ways. There are always ways. Where there's a will, there's a way. Okay? Just keep that in mind. Because have you ever heard of the 60-40 rule? So people want to help you get up to like at least 60%. You're like at least passing, right? So your life is good enough for you to be like the medium, like everybody else, right? If you go a little higher than that, that's the other 40 that they are, that when they what they refer to the 60-40 rule. So the higher 40s, those people will then try to bring you down like crabs in a bucket, try to keep you where they're at so that you don't surpass them, but that you stay in their where they're at. It's kind of sad, but it is the reality of life. So the only way you can get out of that 60-40 rule is if you just be like, no, I'm going to do it. I'm going to go into that 40 and you can't stop me, and you don't let them stop you. That's the only thing. So the actual person that has to keep on pushing is you. And most people don't. I mean, the only person who can stop you is you. And the only person who can keep you pushing, like keep on going on, is you. So the actual hurdle in front of you is yourself. And not everyone wants to keep on pushing themselves to that extent. I mean, one of my coaches, JT Fox, all right, talks a lot about this. People will try to tell you to stop, will try to tell you that you don't need to push forward. They'll tell you you've done enough. Why? Because most of them don't want to see you fail. But not because they don't want to see you fail, but they don't know, well, from his perspective is they don't want to see, from my perspective, it's that they don't want to see you fail because they've seen you try so much. But from his perspective is, what happens if you succeed? That means that they will have to push themselves and go farther, because you've proven that it could be done, so they don't have any more excuses anymore. That that's kind of what I understand, right? But I also know that people just want to keep you safe, right? They want to keep you in that 60-40 rule, because they know if they get you to the 60%, they know what's going to happen. They'll get you in a comfortable zone, which then will not actually necessarily get you to where you want to go, but that going farther is scary for them because they don't know what it's like, because they've never gone there, kind of. And they don't know how, they will not necessarily know how to support you once you get there, which is completely understandable. And that's the way I would like to see it. So it's more like, it's not the case that they don't want to see you succeed, they just don't know how to support you once you do succeed. And so at that point, you're going to have to kind of be able to find other people to support you, but like still keep contact with your family, your friends, and all those things. But things will change because you've changed yourself, right? This reminds me of this book. In one of my classes, one of my university classes, my teacher had us read a book. And in this book, well, a book that was written by another PhD laureate, but it was very much in line with what we were learning in the class. And in this book, the writer had put in this story. It's a Aboriginal story, and it was about a like a bird, a specific bird, but it's like a campagnol. It's like a little bird that just doesn't really go far, doesn't really see much. Anyway, the way it described, it was like this little bird was like, everybody was telling the bird to like, all his fellow campagnols, I don't know how to describe it, were like not trying to encourage it to go farther than what they already know, right? Than what they've experienced so far. But then the little campagnol was like, actually, I don't know if it's a bird. I'm not sure. It's something like a ferret. Excuse me. In either case, this little animal was trying to go beyond its limitations and go and experience more things. Now, everybody was telling him, oh, it can't be done, it's too far, it's scary, we don't know what's out there, and blah, 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 blah. But the little campagnol went anyway, right? And with every hurdle that the campagnol was experiencing, there was someone to help campagnol move on to the next hurdle. So this story was very, very nice. And I remember at some point, the little campagnol got somewhere, and the person was like, oh, look at all this abundance. Why would you want to go any farther than this? Stay here with me. We're comfortable. Everything we want is, every need we have is being met. Why would you go elsewhere? And I feel like life is kind of like that sometimes. That, like the 60-40 rule, like that represents that little, that is what it represents for me. It's the, why are you going to go elsewhere? Why do you need to see more? Why do you need to push yourself? You're good. Stay here. Be in the norm. Be like everyone else. Be like us. We're here. We're fine. We're surviving. We're existing, and we are liking it. You should like it too. I mean, yes, you should. But also, if you have the calling from within yourself to push yourself and go farther, you should listen to that, because that's probably something that your soul, your higher self is telling you to do. Okay? So, What are you really wanting to achieve that other people aren't necessarily supporting you with? Let me know.